Hi guys, today I want to speak about a few ways of meeting new people and making friends. Hi guys, so this question actually was sent to me from Nishant, who is a student currently living in Poland. He's originally from India, but he moved to Poland to pursue his studies in engineering. So Nishant, thank you so much for getting in touch and sending me your questions. To all of you, to explain a bit of the background of this question, Nishant noticed that once he moved to Poland, that the culture there is very different to India, and especially that young people, students, they have this custom of going out a lot, drinking and partying a lot, and that this is the most common way of socializing there. And he's just a little bit struggling because he's not really used to that, first of all, and also he doesn't really see the value in just getting drunk, So he's just wondering, what are other alternatives of meeting new people and making friends. So Nishant, I can relate a lot to that question, because I can still remember very well my time studying and even before that, and I know that in Germany this is very common. Young people getting drunk throughout high school actually, and even throughout college. And unfortunately I have to say that I myself was one among them. Looking back, I wish I would have realized earlier on that this doesn't really help me so much in the long term. But anyway, it's fine. I learned from my experiences. Hopefully I can share a little bit which might be useful for you, because you are still there right now. So there's two things I want to share with you actually. One thing is, of course, there's a lot of people who go out to drink at night and get drunk, meet people and so forth. But it's absolutely not necessary to do that if you want to meet new people, and I think it's anyway not an effective way to do it, because most likely the people you meet there, first of all, if you're drunk, if they're drunk, the chances are so high that it won't work out, it won't be a good friendship or anything, because you meet there, you have kind of superficial drunk conversations, and then it doesn't have the same meaning. So I would say don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. There's other ways to do that. So one thing, of course, is there's two different approaches. Okay, briefly going to talk about the first one. You can just wonder, think about who are the kind of people that you would like to meet, and then ask yourself, what do these kind of people do? Where do they hang out other than drinking? There's a lot of stuff that these people also do, like going to sports clubs and other kind of clubs, societies, meeting places, university clubs and so forth. So ask yourself, what are the kind of people that you would like to meet? What kind of activities do they do? And if you go there and you do these kind of activities, naturally you will meet all of these people, and it's actually a much better way to socialize around an activity, around a common passion, than just around getting drunk. So this is a quick way to do it, but I think this is also not the best and most sustainable way. Why? Because if you use that approach, you're starting with the idea in mind that you want to meet that particular kind of people, and then you do what it needs to get to meet them. So you're coming a little bit from a needy point, because you think that you need to meet these people so that it will give you some kind of value, and then you might end up doing an activity which you don't necessarily like playing a particular sport or going to a particular club which you actually don't like, but you think you meet these people there. And so, you know, in the long term you're putting up like a wrong role because you do something which is actually not your passion. So it could work out, but I think there's even a better way to do it, and a more sustainable way, which might take a little bit more time and work, but I think which in the long term will work out the best for you. So I think the best way to do this, to approach this, is, you know, you just really get super busy living your life, you know. And what I mean with that is find out what your passions are. Find out what the activities are that you are really passionate about, that you really want to spend time doing. And, you know, that process might take some time, but once you have figured that out, you just get really super busy doing that. And if you do that, what will happen is that you will really enjoy this kind of things, these kind of activities. And what you'll realize is that once you do that, it will be a natural side effect, that you will meet a lot of people, like-minded people, who are like you, interested, have the same passion, and, you know, who are on the same wavelength like you. And you will naturally build friendships with these people. So, you know, you don't like try to force it. It will happen as a side effect. And this is from my experience where the best friendships will happen. And, you know, you might meet few people that way, but you know how it is. Like, even if you have one really good close friend, it is so much more valuable than to have like 10 or 20 people who are just like, you know, acquainted with. If you have like a really good friend, I mean, there's nothing much more valuable than that. And if you have 2 or 3 of these really good friends, I mean, you know, I think somebody famous even said that, you know, if you can like have just a few really good friends, like, you're a really lucky man. So I think this is the best way to do it. Find out, like, you approach it in an indirect way. You find out what is this that you're really passionate about. You know, experiment a little bit. If you're like at college right now, this is a great point in time to do that, because colleges oftentimes offer a lot of clubs, sports clubs and other activities. So you can experiment a lot. So, you know, experiment a lot of different sports, other activities. You know, take salsa classes, whatever you're interested in, or whatever you think you might be interested in, and just try it out. You know, really use those 3 or 4 or 5 years at college as a big kind of, you know, testing and experimentation playground, and try a lot of new things, new activities, new interests. And you know, when you do that, it's just a question of time when you find those that really are yours. And then, you know, you just, you know, you spend a lot of time doing that, and you naturally meet people who are also interested in that. And then, you know, you will build very, very solid, long-lasting and, you know, sustainable friendships and relationships with these people. And this will be much more fulfilling, because even if you don't meet these friends right away, it will still be very fulfilling, because you're actually doing something which by itself is very, you know, fulfilling for you. So it's like almost like you're doing something, and then almost like the need for meeting new friends even kind of goes away. But at that point, probably you'll meet the most. It's like many times I think in life like that. When you're chasing something too hard, then oftentimes only after you come to a place where the need is not so much there anymore, you kind of find it. I don't know. but I think this is definitely great. It worked for me a lot of times. You know, I had stages in my life where I was like really trying to meet like even like new women, or even like finding a girlfriend, you know. So like at some points I would like, you think, okay, I have to go out partying and this is where you find them. But you know, mostly women you meet there, somehow it's not the kind of quality that you're looking for in a long-term relationship. And so it's best just get really busy living and, you know, finding your passions. And then all of these relationships and people, they will come into your life, and you know, it will be very, very fulfilling. So I hope that this is helping you. This is some useful advice for you. Please feel free to follow up with me if you have more questions. And all of you guys, again, make sure if you have any kind of questions that you feel you know, that you're interested in, just get in touch with me. Leave a comment below or even send me an email. Either way, you know, I really appreciate your input actually, because I want to make videos which are interesting to you. So you know, it's like I really appreciate it if you send me whatever topics you're interested in. The more specific you are, the more specific I can give you in response. And guys, if you like these kind of videos, please hit the thumbs up, okay, because this really is useful for me, that I know that actually this is something that you're interested in. And also guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm putting up new videos every single week. So by subscribing, you'll actually make sure that you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Guys, thanks a lot for watching this, okay? I hope I see you soon, and I wish you a great time in the meantime. All right, bye guys.